What I'm about to tell you will shock you. If you're over 50 and suffering from foot pain, there's a 90% chance your doctor has completely missed the real cause. I'm Dr. Laura, and in my 15 years of helping seniors reclaim their health, I've discovered that most foot pain isn't caused by what you think. Here's a statistic that will blow your mind. 78% of Americans over 50 experience chronic foot pain, yet less than 20% ever get to the root cause. Most are told to wear better shoes, lose weight, or just live with it. But what if I told you that's completely wrong? Let me paint you a picture. It's 6 a.m. Your alarm goes off. You swing your legs out of bed, and the moment your feet hit the floor, ouch! That sharp, stabbing pain shoots through your heels. Sound familiar? Or maybe it's that constant aching that builds up throughout the day, making every step a reminder that something's wrong. I've seen thousands of patients just like you. Take Martha, 64 years old. She came to me after 2 years of debilitating foot pain. She'd tried orthotic insoles, physical therapy, even expensive injections. Nothing worked. Her doctors kept focusing on her feet, but they were looking in the wrong place entirely. The truth is, your foot pain isn't a foot problem, it's a whole body problem. And today, I'm going to reveal the 4 hidden causes that are destroying your feet from the inside out. More importantly, I'm going to show you exactly how to fix them using simple, natural methods that work. Here's what makes this different from everything you've heard before. These aren't Band-Aid solutions. We're not just masking symptoms. We're going to eliminate the root causes so you can wake up pain-free, take long walks again, and reclaim the active lifestyle you deserve. Before we dive in, I need you to do something for me. Hit that subscribe button right now and ring the notification bell. I'm going to share information that could literally change your life, and I don't want you to miss a single strategy that could end your foot pain forever. The channel is Senior Vital Guide, and we're building a community of people who refuse to accept pain as part of aging. Also, as we go through these 4 shocking causes, I want you to comment below with which one hits closest to home. I read every single comment, and your feedback helps me create even better content for our community. Here's what we're covering today. First, the silent inflammation that's literally burning your feet from the inside. Second, the circulation crisis that's starving your feet of healing nutrients. Third, the nutritional deficiencies that 80% of seniors have but don't know about. And fourth, the nerve damage that's happening even if you're not diabetic. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete action plan that addresses every single root cause. No more guessing, no more failed treatments, just real solutions that work. Let's dive in. Hidden cause number 1, silent inflammation, the fire burning inside your feet. The first hidden cause that's destroying your feet is something I call silent inflammation. Now, when most people hear inflammation, they think of a swollen ankle or a red, puffy cut. That's acute inflammation, and it's actually good. It's your body healing itself. But silent inflammation is completely different. It's like having a small fire burning 24/7 throughout your body, including in the delicate tissues of your feet. This chronic low-grade inflammation attacks your joints, damages the fascia on the bottom of your feet, and inflames the tiny blood vessels that feed your foot muscles. Let me tell you about Margaret, a 58-year-old teacher who came to my clinic in tears. Every morning, she'd wake up with excruciating heel pain. She described it as stepping on broken glass. She'd tried everything: expensive orthotics, steroid injections, months of physical therapy. Nothing provided lasting relief. When I ran her blood work, her inflammatory markers were through the roof. Her C-reactive protein, that's a key inflammation indicator, was over 10 times normal. Her body was literally on fire from the inside out. Here's the shocking part. The primary cause of Margaret's inflammation wasn't an injury or arthritis. It was sitting on her kitchen table every morning, her breakfast. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that certain foods trigger massive inflammatory responses in our bodies. When you eat high amounts of sugar, processed foods, and refined carbohydrates, your body releases inflammatory compounds called cytokines. These molecular troublemakers travel through your bloodstream and can settle anywhere, including the sensitive tissues in your feet. The worst inflammatory foods that are probably in your kitchen right now include added sugars. And I'm not just talking about obvious sources like cookies and soda. Hidden sugars lurk in bread, salad dressings, yogurt, and even healthy granola bars. One morning muffin can contain more sugar than a candy bar. Processed vegetable oils are another major culprit. Corn oil, soybean oil, sunflower oil, these omega-6 rich oils are in virtually every packaged food and restaurant meal. They're literally fuel for the inflammatory fire. Refined grains like white bread, white rice, and regular pasta spike your blood sugar and trigger inflammatory cascades that can last for hours after eating. And here's something that shocked even me. Trans fats haven't disappeared. While mostly banned, they still hide in processed foods under names like partially hydrogenated oils. But here's the incredible news. You can extinguish this inflammatory fire with the right foods. Let me share Margaret's transformation. Within 6 weeks of eliminating inflammatory foods and adding powerful anti-inflammatory options, her morning heel pain completely disappeared. The anti-inflammatory superstars include fatty fish like wild salmon, sardines, and mackerel. These contain omega-3 fatty acids that literally turn off inflammatory pathways. Aim for at least 3 servings per week. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and arugula are packed with polyphenols, natural compounds that shut down inflammation at the cellular level. Berries are inflammation-fighting powerhouses. Blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries contain anthocyanins that are more powerful than many prescription anti-inflammatory drugs. Turmeric and ginger contain curcumin and gingerol, compounds so effective at reducing inflammation that they're being studied as alternatives to pharmaceutical drugs. Here's your action step. For the next 7 days, eliminate all added sugars, processed foods, and refined grains. Replace them with the anti-inflammatory foods I just mentioned. Many people notice a reduction in foot pain within just a few days. Margaret's story has a beautiful ending. Not only did her foot pain disappear, but her energy increased, her sleep improved, and she lost 15 pounds without trying. That's the power of addressing root causes instead of just treating symptoms. Your fork is one of the most powerful tools you have for fighting inflammation. Every meal is a choice. You can either fuel the fire or put it out. Hidden cause number 2, circulation crisis. Your feet are starving. The second hidden cause of foot pain is what I call a circulation crisis. And this one is absolutely critical because your feet are the furthest point from your heart. Think of your circulatory system like a delivery service. Your heart is the central warehouse, pumping oxygen and nutrient-rich blood to every part of your body. But your feet? They're like that last house on the route, the one that sometimes doesn't get their package. When circulation is compromised, your feet literally starve. They don't get the oxygen they need to function properly. They don't receive the nutrients required for healing and repair. And waste products, including those inflammatory compounds we just discussed, build up in the tissues, causing pain, stiffness, and that heavy, achy feeling so many seniors describe. I'll never forget my patient Robert, a 67-year-old retired mechanic. He came to me complaining that his feet felt dead by evening. He'd prop them up in his recliner every night, but the discomfort persisted. Walking more than a block left him with cramping, aching feet that took hours to recover. When we did advanced circulation testing, we discovered his blood flow to his feet had decreased by almost 50% compared to healthy adults his age. The shocking part? His doctors had never checked his circulation. They'd focused on X-rays and MRIs of his feet, but ignored the highway that delivers life to those tissues. According to the American Heart Association, circulation problems affect over 65% of adults over 50. But most people don't realize it's happening because the symptoms develop so gradually. Poor circulation to your feet shows up as coldness or numbness, cramping or aching, especially after activity, slow healing of cuts or wounds, changes in skin color or texture, and that heavy feeling that gets worse throughout the day. So what's causing this circulation crisis? The main culprits might surprise you. First is arterial stiffness. As we age, our arteries naturally become less flexible, but this process accelerates dramatically when we eat foods high in saturated fats and cholesterol. These foods cause plaque buildup that narrows arteries like debris clogging a pipe. High blood pressure is another circulation killer. Elevated blood pressure damages the inner lining of blood vessels, making them less efficient at delivering blood to distant areas like your feet. Our modern sedentary lifestyle is wreaking havoc on circulation. Sitting for hours at a time creates a stagnant pool in your lower extremities. Blood struggles to return from your feet to your heart, leading to swelling, discomfort, and reduced nutrient delivery. Chronic dehydration is more common than you think. Your blood is about 90% water. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes thick and sluggish, like trying to pump honey through a straw. But here's where nutrition becomes your secret weapon for supercharging circulation. Foods rich in nitrates are like rocket fuel for your blood vessels. Beets, leafy greens, and pomegranates increase nitric oxide production, which relaxes blood vessel walls and dramatically improves blood flow. Studies show that drinking beet juice can increase circulation by up to 30% within hours. Garlic and onions contain sulfur compounds that prevent dangerous blood clots and keep your circulation flowing smoothly. Here's something that will make you smile. Dark chocolate with at least 70% cacao contains flavonoids that improve blood vessel function. It's medicine that tastes like dessert. Citrus fruits are packed with hesperidin, a powerful compound that reduces blood vessel inflammation and enhances circulation throughout your body. But food alone isn't enough. You need to move that blood. Simple ankle circles and calf raises throughout the day can work like a pump, pushing blood back to your heart. Even elevating your feet for 10 to 15 minutes several times daily helps reset your circulation. Hydration is absolutely critical. Start each day with a large glass of water and aim for at least 8 glasses throughout the day. Your circulation will thank you. Robert's transformation was remarkable. Within 8 weeks of following these circulation-boosting strategies, his evening foot discomfort disappeared. He could walk several blocks without cramping, and his feet felt warm and alive again. Remember, your feet can only be as healthy as the blood supply that feeds them. When you optimize circulation, you're not just helping your feet, you're protecting your entire cardiovascular system. Mid-video engagement, check and progress update. All right, let's pause for just a moment because we've covered some incredible ground here. We've revealed 2 of the 4 hidden causes destroying your feet: silent inflammation and circulation crisis. If you're finding this helpful, please hit that like button right now. It really helps more people discover this life-changing information. I'm curious, which of these first 2 causes surprised you the most? Was it learning about silent inflammation and how your breakfast might be fueling foot pain? Or was it discovering that circulation problems are affecting your feet in ways you never imagined? Drop a comment below and let me know. I read every single comment and often create follow-up videos based on your questions. Also, if you haven't subscribed to Senior Vital Guide yet, now would be the perfect time. We're building an amazing community of people over 50 who refuse to accept pain and declining health as inevitable. Click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss strategies that could transform your health. Here's a quick progress check. If you've been dealing with morning foot pain, you now understand that silent inflammation might be the culprit. If your feet feel heavy, achy, or crampy, especially later in the day, circulation issues are likely involved. But here's what's fascinating. These causes don't exist in isolation. They're interconnected. Poor circulation can worsen inflammation. Inflammation can damage blood vessels and reduce circulation. It's a vicious cycle that keeps getting worse until you address the root causes. The good news? We're about to dive into the 3rd hidden cause, nutritional deficiencies that are epidemic among people over 50. This one might be the most shocking of all, because most people, including many doctors, have no idea how common these deficiencies are or how dramatically they can affect your feet. Ready? Let's keep going. Hidden. Cause number 3, nutritional deficiencies, the missing puzzle pieces. The third hidden cause of foot pain is something that absolutely shocked me when I first discovered it in my practice. We're talking about nutritional deficiencies that are epidemic among people over 50, yet hardly anyone knows about them. Here's a statistic that will floor you. According to the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, over 80% of adults over 50 are deficient in at least one nutrient that directly impacts the health of their feet, muscles, and nerves. We're talking about essential vitamins and minerals that your body needs to maintain healthy, pain-free feet. Let me tell you about Thomas, a 61-year-old accountant who came to me with what he described as burning feet. The sensation was so intense that he couldn't wear socks to bed. He'd been to multiple specialists, podiatrists, neurologists, even pain management doctors. They ran expensive tests, prescribed medications, but no one thought to check his nutritional status. When we did comprehensive nutrient testing, we discovered he was severely deficient in 3 critical nutrients. Within 12 weeks of addressing these deficiencies, his burning foot pain was 95% improved. The solution wasn't exotic. It was restoring the basic building blocks his body needed to function properly. The first critical deficiency is vitamin B12, and this one is huge for foot health. B12 is essential for proper nerve function, and deficiency can cause peripheral neuropathy, nerve damage that typically starts in the feet and causes burning, tingling, numbness, and yes, significant pain. Here's the scary part. As we age, our stomachs produce less of something called intrinsic factor, which is absolutely necessary to absorb B12 from food. Even if you're eating B12-rich foods like meat, fish, and dairy, you might not be absorbing enough. Plus, common medications like proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux can further block B12 absorption. The symptoms of B12 deficiency in your feet include burning sensations, tingling or pins and needles, numbness that starts in the toes, balance problems, and mysterious foot pain that seems to have no cause. Sound familiar? The second crucial deficiency is vitamin D, and this goes way beyond bone health. Vitamin D is essential for muscle function, immune system regulation, and reducing inflammation. Deficiency can cause deep, aching pain in muscles and bones, including those in your feet and legs. Here's the challenge. Very few foods contain significant amounts of vitamin D. Your skin makes it when exposed to sunlight, but as we age, our skin becomes much less efficient at this process. If you live in northern climates, work indoors, or use sunscreen regularly, you're likely not getting enough. Research shows that people with vitamin D levels below 30 nL are significantly more likely to experience chronic pain, including foot pain. I recommend having your level tested. Most adults over 50 need between 2,000 and 4,000 IU daily to maintain optimal levels. The third deficiency that's absolutely critical for foot health is magnesium. This mineral is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body, including muscle and nerve function. Magnesium deficiency can cause muscle cramps, spasms, twitching, and chronic pain throughout your body, including your feet. Magnesium deficiency is incredibly common because our soils are depleted, meaning even healthy foods contain less magnesium than they did decades ago. Plus, stress, alcohol, and many medications deplete your magnesium stores. Signs of magnesium deficiency include muscle cramps, especially at night, restless leg syndrome, chronic fatigue, and that general feeling of muscle tension and discomfort. But there's more. Protein deficiency is also common in seniors and directly impacts foot health. As we age, we need more protein to maintain muscle mass and support tissue repair. If you're not getting enough high-quality protein, the small intrinsic muscles in your feet can weaken, leading to pain, instability, and increased injury risk. Here's my practical approach to addressing these deficiencies. Start with testing. Work with your healthcare provider to check your B12, vitamin D, and magnesium levels. Don't guess. Test and address specific deficiencies. Focus on nutrient-dense whole foods. For B12, emphasize wild fish, grass-fed meat, and pastured eggs. For magnesium, include leafy greens, nuts, seeds, and dark chocolate. For protein, aim for at least 25 to 30 grams per meal from high-quality sources. Consider targeted supplementation based on your test results. B12 might need to be sublingual or injected for proper absorption. Vitamin D should be taken with fat for optimal absorption. Magnesium is best taken in the evening as it can promote relaxation. Thomas's transformation was remarkable. As his nutrient levels normalized, not only did his foot pain disappear, but his energy increased, his sleep improved, and his overall sense of well-being returned. He often tells people, "I got my life back just by giving my body what it needed." Remember, you can't build healthy feet on an empty nutritional foundation. These deficiencies are incredibly common, easily tested, and completely correctable with the right approach. Hidden cause number 4, nerve dysfunction. Your body's electrical system is failing. The fourth and final hidden cause of foot pain extends far beyond what most people understand about nerve problems. When people hear nerve damage in feet, they immediately think diabetes. But the truth is, nerve dysfunction affecting your feet can happen to anyone, and it's becoming epidemic among people over 50. Your nervous system is like the electrical wiring in your house. When everything's functioning properly, signals flow seamlessly from your brain to your feet and back again. You feel temperature, pressure, and position. Your muscles respond correctly. But when this electrical system starts failing, you can experience burning, shooting pains, numbness, tingling, hypersensitivity, or that strange feeling that your feet are disconnected from your body. There are actually several types of nerve dysfunction that can affect your feet, and most have nothing to do with diabetes. Peripheral neuropathy involves damage to the nerves that carry information between your brain and extremities. While diabetes is one cause, it's not the only one. Small fiber neuropathy affects the tiniest nerve fibers and can cause burning, stabbing pains, even when larger nerves test normally. Compressed nerve syndromes, like tarsal tunnel syndrome, can cause shooting pains and numbness. But here's what's truly shocking. Many people develop what we call pre-diabetic neuropathy. Even if your blood sugar tests are normal, frequent glucose spikes after meals can damage delicate nerve fibers over time. This is much more common than anyone realizes. I've seen patients with completely normal A1C levels, that's the long-term blood sugar test, who still had evidence of nerve damage because their blood sugar was roller coastering throughout the day. These fluctuations are toxic to nerve tissue. Beyond blood sugar, other causes of nerve dysfunction include chronic inflammation. Those same inflammatory compounds we discussed earlier can directly damage nerve tissue. Nutritional deficiencies, particularly B vitamins, can starve nerves of nutrients they need to function properly. Alcohol consumption, even moderate amounts over many years, can be toxic to nerve fibers. Autoimmune conditions where your immune system mistakenly attacks your own nerves. And exposure to toxins, including some medications, heavy metals, and environmental chemicals. But here's the hopeful news. Nerves have an incredible capacity to heal and regenerate when given the right support. Unlike many other tissues in your body, damaged nerves can actually repair themselves with proper nutrition and care. The most important nutrient for nerve health is alpha-lipoic acid. This powerful antioxidant can actually help regenerate damaged nerve fibers. Clinical studies show that 300-600 milliliters daily can significantly improve neuropathy symptoms, including foot pain. B-complex vitamins work synergistically to support nerve health. Rather than taking individual B vitamins, a high-quality B-complex ensures you get the right ratios of B1, B6, B12, and folate. Omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation around nerve tissue and support the protective coating around nerves called myelin. From a dietary standpoint, stabilizing blood sugar is absolutely crucial, even if you're not diabetic. This means eating protein with every meal to slow glucose absorption, choosing complex carbohydrates over simple sugars, avoiding long periods without eating, and including plenty of fiber to regulate blood sugar response. Physical activity is also critical for nerve health. Exercise increases blood flow to nerve tissue and promotes the production of growth factors that support nerve repair and regeneration. Even gentle walking for 30 minutes daily can make a significant difference. Sleep quality cannot be overlooked. During deep sleep, your body repairs and regenerates damaged tissues, including nerve fibers. Poor sleep impairs this crucial repair process. The key with nerve dysfunction is early intervention. The sooner you address the underlying causes, the better your chances of complete recovery. If you're experiencing any unusual sensations in your feet, burning, tingling, numbness, or pain that seems to have no obvious cause, don't ignore these warning signs. Remember, nerve dysfunction is often the end result of the other three causes we've discussed. Chronic inflammation damages nerves. Poor circulation starves them of nutrients. Nutritional deficiencies prevent proper nerve function. It all connects. Let's bring everything together because what you've learned today could literally change your life. We've uncovered 4 hidden causes of foot pain that most people, and unfortunately, many healthcare providers, completely miss. Silent inflammation caused by inflammatory foods that create a constant fire in your body, including in the delicate tissues of your feet. Poor circulation that starves your feet of healing nutrients while allowing toxic waste products to accumulate. Nutritional deficiencies, particularly B12, vitamin D, and magnesium, that directly impact nerve and muscle function in your feet. And nerve dysfunction that extends far beyond diabetes and can be caused by blood sugar fluctuations, inflammation, and nutritional deficiencies. Here's the critical insight. These 4 causes don't exist in isolation. They're interconnected in ways that create a downward spiral. Inflammation damages blood vessels, worsening circulation. Poor circulation prevents nutrient delivery, creating deficiencies. Nutritional deficiencies impair nerve function. And nerve dysfunction increases pain sensitivity, making everything feel worse. But here's the beautiful part. Addressing one cause often improves all the others. When you reduce inflammation, circulation improves. When you optimize nutrition, nerve function recovers. When you support nerve health, pain sensitivity decreases. It becomes an upward spiral of healing instead of a downward spiral of deterioration. Now, let me give you a specific, actionable plan you can start implementing today. Week 1. Eliminate the inflammatory triggers. Remove all added sugars, processed foods, and refined grains from your diet. Read labels carefully. Sugar hides everywhere. Focus on whole, unprocessed foods. This single step can begin reducing inflammation within 48 hours. Week 2. Add anti-inflammatory powerhouses. Incorporate fatty fish twice a week, leafy greens daily, berries with breakfast, and turmeric with dinner. Start each day with a large glass of water and maintain proper hydration throughout the day. Week 3. Boost your circulation. Add circulation-enhancing foods like beets, garlic, and dark chocolate. Implement simple exercises, ankle circles and calf raises every hour if you sit for long periods. Elevate your feet for 15 minutes, 3 times daily. Week 4. Address nutritional deficiencies. Get tested for B12, vitamin D, and magnesium levels. Based on results, work with a healthcare provider to implement targeted supplementation. Focus on protein at every meal. Aim for 25 to 30 grams per meal. Most people begin noticing improvements within 2-3 weeks, with significant changes by 6 to 8 weeks. Full recovery can take 3 to 6 months, depending on how long the problems have been developing. Important medical disclaimer. The information I've shared today is for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace professional medical advice. If you're experiencing severe pain, sudden onset of symptoms, signs of infection, or any concerning changes in your feet, please consult with a healthcare provider immediately. The strategies discussed are for chronic, ongoing discomfort, not acute medical conditions. Before I finish, I want to hear from you. Which of these 4 hidden causes resonated most with your situation? Are you dealing with inflammation from dietary choices? Circulation problems from a sedentary lifestyle? Potential nutritional deficiencies you never knew about? Or nerve-related symptoms that doctors haven't been able to explain? Leave a detailed comment below describing your biggest takeaway and which area you plan to address first. I read every single comment and often create follow-up videos based on the questions and challenges you share with our community. If this video opened your eyes to the real causes of foot pain, please share it with someone you know who's struggling with similar issues. Sometimes the most valuable gift we can give someone is information that could transform their quality of life. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Senior Vital Guide and hit that notification bell. We're just getting started on this journey of helping people over 50 reclaim their health and vitality. I have so much more to share with you about natural healing, optimal nutrition, and strategies for aging powerfully. In my next video, I'm going to dive deep into creating the perfect anti-inflammatory meal plan specifically designed for people over 50. I'll give you exact recipes, shopping lists, and meal prep strategies that make healthy eating simple, delicious, and sustainable. Remember, foot pain is not an inevitable part of aging. Your body has an incredible capacity to heal when you give it the right tools and address the root causes instead of just masking symptoms. The 4 strategies we discussed today aren't just about eliminating foot pain. They're about optimizing your entire body for health, energy, and longevity. You deserve to wake up pain-free, take long walks again, and live the active, vibrant life you've always wanted. The power to heal is in your hands and on your plate. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Here's to your health and to pain-free feet for life.